breeze must be blowing inland today,
So you
bringing in the
stopped queuing
stench of the
because you felt
foundry.
funny?
Belching smoke, metal screeches.
Hello, everybody. I'm back again with more Baldur's Gate 3. Last time we found and stopped the murderer, finally. We frickin' found Auntie Ethel again and stopped her. So that's nice. She's hopefully gone for good. I now have a couple things left to do, at least that's showing on my map. I need to still do the foundry, destroy that. I have to reach Cazador. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, the Undercity. Find access to the Temple Ball, and there's another one. I think they're here. Is this one? Rescue Orin's victim. Speak to Nine Figure. Oh, which is two different things. I don't care about the murder target. So our best bet of finding our friend would be in here. Also, I forgot that Cazador has, like, children, hostages? There we go. So, that might be a thing I need to do first, actually. So I think I'm going to head first towards Cazador area. And then we'll try to help our friends. But first, if I'm going to do that, let's go to our camp. Oh.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Where's Night Song?
Aelin left to face that wizard, Leroican, was it? Even after all she's been through, she thinks herself unstoppable, invincible. It all feels like recklessness to me.
Larkin can't harm her, have faith.
He can harm her, just as Ketherick did. She'll survive it, but she can suffer like any of us, and for longer. I wanted to help her, but she said she fights better when she knows I'm safe. I understand, I suppose. I feel the same about her.
I'm gonna help her in her fight against him. I already did,
You'll
but...
rest a little easier if you do. You fought well against my father. I imagine a rat like Leroican will be nothing in comparison.
Technically, I already did it, so, yeah.
Moon Maiden, hear me. Protect the woman we both love so very dearly.
She's fine. Yeah, well. How you doing, kid?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Alright, nothing new with you.
What path lies before
What does
me?
everyone else have to say?
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you...
Okay, nothing really new here. Jahira.
Leave Aelin to her sorrow. Likely the wizard only reminds her of all the other fools past and present who have sought to use her.
Oakfather preserve you. Let's talk.
I like to wait
Are
to
you
camp for
sure?
now.
The blade stands at the ready.
Remain here. I'll come for you if I
And
need
just
to.
when things were
Yeah, I know, but right... I just get your stuff now. I really don't want to hold on to all the people's stuff, you know? Send a camp. Send a camp. So just send that to camp. Oh, that's literally a handbag. Type. Alright. That'll be fine. Also, I'm not holding anything else of yours, like weapons or anything, am I? No. Okay. Withers. Hi Gale. Karlak, you are still burning up.
Hey,
Hey. No, I still need you. What's up, Gale?
The Annals of Karsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. The truth of the crown, I hope. All that stands between us and enlightenment is the turn of a page.
Yeah, I'll give it to Gale. Why not?
This isn't what I expected. This is much more. The crown of Karsus. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood.
Designed for self-destruction, more like. Didn't this crown kill Karsus?
Not exactly. It was what he did with it that sealed his fate, and, for a time, that of magic itself. The crown was merely the means. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it.
To what end?
To every end you can imagine, and 1,000 more beyond. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them.
You dismiss the entire pantheon so easily. Not all gods are selfish.
Some gods may delude themselves into believing they care about their worshippers. But when it comes down to it, we're all expendable. Children to be appeased, not respected. I worshipped Mistra loyally for years, and in that time she granted me the barest sliver of the power I was ready to wield. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mistra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Karsus's successor.
I thought you were past this kind of temptation, Gale. You know exactly where such overreaching leads.
Neither of us can know what truly may be if we don't at least try. Potential is nothing in itself. Just a fleeting dream unless we drag it into the waking world. Please, at least think on it. Powerful as he was, Karsus lacks some advantages I can lay claim to. I know Mistra intimately, and I carry a fragment of the weave itself within my body. Karsus achieved many things, but he never managed that. A long road lies ahead before the crown comes into our possession. All I ask for now is that you do not dismiss this possibility out of hand. Please, at least think on it.
Gale, I'm urging you to drop this. This crown cannot be reforged.
I see. I suppose I am asking you to take a leap of faith even the most loyal of companions might struggle to land gracefully. Spent so long feeling inferior, shut out from my destiny over such a simple act of youthful enthusiasm. Perhaps I got carried away with the thought this crown could give me back what Mystra took. Cure me, even.
You're still destined for greatness, Gale, but you won't find it chasing Karsus's shadow.
You're right. There aren't many wizards who'd care to be mentioned in the same breath as him, or his folly. Thank you for letting me read this. At least we can face our enemy armed with the knowledge of its true nature, and of the stakes, should we fail to defeat it.
Whoa! Hi, Elminster.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there?
You don't seem all that surprised to see Gale alive and well.
I trusted he would be sensible enough to exercise caution in this matter and to seek the truth. By now, you are aware of the evil we are up against. Karsus's pestilent crown, the very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade an empire and magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mystra asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mystra knows you defied her, Gale. Of course she knows. She's Mystra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
I'll stay silent on that. It's his
Mistress
decision.
willing to speak to me again? Was this your doing, Elminster?
She knows what I see in you, just as I know what she sees in you. I was not born an old man. I know all too well what it's like to have a goddess fill your heart with longing. Looking at you is like gazing into a mirror that shows centuries long past.
The past is the past, Elminster. And the future is, well, still to be decided. By me. Not by Mystra.
If there is another way, I trust you can find it. It is not in your nature, or mine, to stop looking, to accept the first answer to any dilemma. Do what you can. Put that mind to work. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mystra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Bye!
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Why does Elminster have such faith in you?
I've often asked myself the same question, but never really found a satisfactory answer. He clearly sees something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently.
I'd like you to meet him, Mr. Shine. We should hear what she has to say.
Of course.
What? Is there anything more about that? Is he just going? How do we get there? Wait a minute. What? I didn't think... Okay, fine. Whatever.
So, Mistress requested a chat with Gale. Unusually polite for a god. I do hope it goes well. We've pissed off enough gods already.
I need you in my party. Will you travel with us?
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on. Careful, I bite.
Yeah. Level up. Oh god. I haven't leveled him up for a while. Evasion... Saps. Feet. Kinda want the sharpshooter. Cool. Alright. I'll need to look.
A quick rummage.
Our chest. Where's our travel chest?
Subtle steps.
There it is. Goodness. Okay.
A pretty dagger. The same one that ended Father Logan, perhaps.
Okay. Weird. Just want to double check, make sure I'm not missing anything. Do like that. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can get better rings. Let's look at the rings now, and let's look at gloves. If we can get better of those, that'd be best. Okay, sort everything by type. I'm not having a difficult time just looking for stuff. Uh-oh. No! Frickin' heck. The ring might come in handy. It won't come in handy in the next area, but in general, it's better than some of this. Kinda like that. Might as well do this one too then. Okay, also wanting better. Do I like what is there? I guess that's fine for feet. I don't think I have anything better right now anyway. But hands, I could probably do something. He's wearing armor, so the brace of defense won't do anything. Charmer frightened. Value, archery. Maybe. No. Glove belligerent striking. No. You're unarmed. No. Missile snaring. You can intercept missiles from range attacks, reducing the damage by 1d10 plus your dex modifier. Wouldn't be bad. Maybe improvised weapons. You can cast Mage Hand as a bonus action. Strength saving throw +1. Telekinesis. What does telekinesis do? Throw a creature object with your mind. Once per turn, you can use telekinesis again while concentrating. Maybe that? That might not be too bad. Gain +1 bonus to melee. Alright. I'm between this and this. Swordmaster's Glove on this. I don't think there was any. Maybe Missile Snaring. Because that will take advantage of our Dex modifier.
so it seems, but game's not over yet. New cards are drawn, new hands are played, newcomers play so
Why does AC suddenly jump around like that? That's weird.
Baldur's fate now turns upon the winds of fortune's
Okay. I don't have any other short swords. I did take where I could use long swords to weapon fighting, and I'd be fine. But even my short sword of the First Blood seems to be better. Oh, but that's only if they have all their hit points, too. Because 1 to 8 piercing damage to that. So normally it would be 1d6 plus 4, plus the conditional, so... Okay. I like the Knife of the Undermountain King. Gonna go with that. I'll put that there, and for the other, which is the Steel Forged Sword, another short sword, 2 to 7. Sorcerer silence targets on hits can be useful. When you land a critical hit with this weapon, it deals an additional 7 damage. Steelmaker, hold person, level 3. So I want Susur, or do I want Steelmaker? Let's go Steelmaker. Alright. Starion, I think, is as good as he's gonna be with us. Should I give him Necromancy of Thay? Should he read it?
You feel its connection, its longing to be opened, to share its secrets. You open the book to the first page, with its shifting glyphs and strange whispers.
Saving throw. Wisdom. Turn the next page. You get no help with it, though. Nope! You can't. Yeah, I'll do it again. We were inspired before, why not? Alright, good, cool.
The symbols dart beneath your eyes, warping and twisting. Your head throbs, but you almost understand.
Turn another page. Uh-oh, 15. Oh, hey, nice.
The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer.
Use your hand to turn another page. Oh no, I regret. Oh. Let's leave it at that.
The glyphs scream, searing your mind. You feel lost, tossed in a sea of arcane power you can neither control nor comprehend. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much. What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you should never have known.
It's only for Astarion anyway. We're gonna do it again?
You've seen much of the book, but its most powerful secrets are guarded by indecipherable glyphs. Without a key, they may be locked away forever.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
That's Astarion.
Trust me.
This is my death only to the Red Wizards. Contained within the tome. And there you go.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it.
Read on and wrest the book's power from it. Give me bard stuff. Also an elixir. Wonderful. That's fine. I have, roll again. Hey, that's nice. And it was a crit. Okay.
As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
Goodness. Okay.
Now
looking ahead.
turns upon the winds of fortune's view.
Yes?
You unlocked the Necromancy of Thay. Did you find what you're looking for?
Yes? No. I'm not sure. I was hoping for something that would let me escape whatever fate Cazador had planned for me. Instead, I found the rite of profane ascension. It grants my kind the freedom to walk in the sun, be free of our hunger, and accrue all manner of powers. All it requires is the sacrifice of a few souls. Souls by scars that look exactly like mine. This rite. It's been Cazador's plan the whole time. He's going to sacrifice me. And who knows how many others, so he can ascend to all this power. I'm sorry, I might need a moment. This is a lot to take in.
Fair enough. Alright. We're gonna save here before we move on. I don't know if this is going to... if me sleeping is going to affect anything. So I'll do double saves. Save there and a save here. There. I think that's fair. Alright. Long rest. Yep, here she comes.
Sorore suje, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
Failed the arcane. Please introduce me to your friends.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable.
What are you proposing?
A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
I don't think his father would want that anyway. It's not right for Will. Plus, I feel like we'd be able to save him anyway if we choose to break the pact. I don't think there's just the two options. I think it'll be harder, definitely harder to save his father. But I don't think it's impossible. I'm not going to say this. I won't say let your father die. I say break the pact and then we find his father. Break the pact, Will. You deserve your freedom.
You damned wretch. Father.
Gale disapproves. Oh, shut up, Gale.
Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Loophole. Break Will's pact with Mizora. Yep, now I gotta talk to people.
I figured it out. Exactly what I want to do with you.
Cliff diving, naked horse riding, dueling a troll.
Even crazier than that, if you can believe it. I want to go on a date. A first date. No weapons, no monsters, no mysterious voices. Just you and me and dinner. Please say yes.
I'd love to go out with you.
Yes! Oh, amazing. Put on your least bloody tunic and meet me back here. Oh, I'm so excited!
Just need a little while to prepare.
Don't keep me waiting too long.
Yeah. You're super burning up though. Holy cow. Also, I hate you.
I want to have a word.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into.
Forced Will to make an impossible choice.
Impossible? My bargain was uncommonly reasonable. A single soul for the return of Baldur's Gate's most beloved Duke. A real bargain, I should think. I never thought the legendary Blade of Frontiers would surrender his father for freedom. Not very valorous, if you ask me. But what does a mean old devil like me know about heroes?
Hi, Janice. I'm doing alright. How are you doing? I don't get it. If Will isn't a warlock, why stick around to give him power? Okay, or don't even tell me that. Thanks. You left Karlach alone. Didn't you want her dead? What changed?
You are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious.
What can you tell me about the Hells?
The 9 Hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it.
I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy.
Never told me how the absolutists captured you.
Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all.
Keep her around for now. Sure. I mean, it's one of the most popular games there are right now, so yeah, I'd recommend it.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mazora's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet.
You're your own man now, Will. It's better this way.
I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something.
Your father's not dead yet, Will. Maybe there's a way to save him.
I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the Styx down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise.
What's our next step, then?
We obtain the final 2 nether stones and take back our minds. And the city. From the brain.
Alright. Garlic, I'm ready for date night!
All set?
Where are we going exactly?
A little inn in the city. The Singing Lute, it's called. If it's anything like it used to be, we'll have the place all to ourselves.
Ready when you are.
I'm buying, all right? Let it be said, let it be written, let it be done. Give me a beat to run ahead. I want to make sure everything's absolutely perfect. See you there. Hi. Hi. You made it. You look nice.
Thank you, so do you.
Thank you. Baldurian seafood stew. No, thank you. What do you think you'll have?
Pumpkin stew sounds lovely.
Nice and light. Sounds perfect.
Huh?
2 pumpkin stews, my good man, and 2 glasses of...
Why?
And 2 glasses of wine. So, you're an adventurer, right? How's that going?
More difficult than expected. The baddies around here are very bad.
Bad-ish. Not trying to one-up the local villains, of course, but man, have I seen some shit. But hang on, this isn't first date talk. Tonight, I'm a mystery to you, and you're a mystery to me.
I'm in the U.S. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. Does mysteriousness suit me?
It does. There's so much about you I don't know, but I'm hungry for every part of it. Gods, I'm terrible at this. Trying to have a first date, but I feel like I've known you all my life.
You're right, what should we do?
Ask me a question, maybe. A getting to know you type question.
So where do you grow up?
Right here in Baldur's Gate, more or less. My folks are long gone now, but they raised me in the outer city. Dad was a porter in town, Mum did laundry. Still think of her when I smell clean sheets. We were poorer than dirt, but my gods, we had fun. What about you?
From Baldur's Gate too. I wonder if we ever crossed paths.
Might have, if you spent any time in the outer city. We didn't exactly hide ourselves under a bushel. Oh, hey, here comes our food. Hey, Henk, I think we ordered the...
To bleeder.
Worst guy I ever met. Anyway, how about a toast? Oh, shit!
We can use my glass. To us.
May we live every day like it's our last.
Aww.
'Cause you never know when your last will come. Oh, that was great. The food and the company.
Lovely having a normal evening amid the chaos.
Whatever do you mean? We're just 2 normal people living normal lives. Very, very normally. I know I can't stay forever. Here. With you. In fact, I feel like I don't have long left at all. We've been through so much, and the worst is yet to come. I have every reason to feel terrified, hopeless, like giving up. But to be here, with you, in the city I love, in this world that I love so much, it's all I could really ask for. You hear me? You're all I could ever ask for. I love you. And I know that whatever else this city will throw at us, we can handle it.
I love you too.
Come on. There's something I want to show you upstairs.
Gosh. After you.
No. After you.
It just jumps to there. Alright. Go on a date with Karlach. Now that's playing with fire. Gosh darn it. Alright. Are we all good? I think we're all good. Long rest. Some camp supplies. Alright. Oh, great. Oh, am I back to talking with... Yep.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense.
Yo.
You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. My beloved confidant and loyal companion Rascal. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stillmane. A story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal.
Really don't sound like a mind flayer.
I have learned to adapt my methods to your needs. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you. Your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own.
Make it sound like I was some sort of experiment.
Perhaps, at first. I did consider that you were just a problem to be solved. And not an easy one at that. But I persisted. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how much I would enjoy your company, your mind.
Okay.
Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper.
Well... I think you misread the signs. I'm fine with what we have now.
I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You should reconsider your attachment to your physical form.
Oh my gosh.
You have seen what an illithid can do. Imagine some of that could be in your grasp. Not enough to warp your appearance beyond recognition, but just enough.
Yeah, this is what I'm feeling right now. This look. Like, really, dude? You're saying this shit again?
Increase our chances of success against the Elder Brain. Think on it.
Okay. Hey, you're back.
Ally mine. We are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
I hope you can rest easy now, Dame Aelin.
I always do, with darling Isabel by my side. Enjoy the spoils of your victory. Spin memories of Leroican's death in your mind like silk floss. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
My friends leave me. Does anyone want to talk?
Will gave up his father to have freedom. An understandable decision. Sacrifices must be made after all. Especially if the old Duke's fall means his rise.
Hey, wanna play pretend? You and me. Let's imagine I get to live 50 more years. We have a whole life ahead of us. What do we do?
As my lifelong muse, my many masterworks would be about you.
Karlach on the stairs. Karlach with a peach. Karlach with her hair in plaits. I can picture it all now. But I've got a creative streak of my own, you know. And making you laugh is my greatest accomplishment every time I manage it. Damn it. I wish I had a longer road ahead of me. I want to walk it with you.
I want that too. Gods, do I want it.
I'm not really tough enough to face any of this, you know. I'm scared shitless. But there's a courage in me I never knew I had. I've always thought I was fearless. Never scared of a fight, of the future. But dying has taught me so much. There's no courage in fearlessness. There's courage in being fucking terrified, but still going forward. Still being grateful. Still trying. We're going to save this city. Together. It's going to be the last thing I do.
I'm with you, Karlach. Every step of the way.
That's why I know we're going to win. Let's get busy with it. I've got the rest of my life ahead of me, and a lot to do before I go.
Okay.
Will sacrificed his own father. I hope freedom from the Pact is worth it to him.
I did not know Duke Ravengard that well. But I am sure he would not want his son to become slave to Zariel for his sake.
I feel the same.
I am sure Will knows that. But we would do well to remind him when his days grow dark.
Sound like you speak from experience.
No one truly understands the weight of loss until they've worn it a while. There is no shame in sharing the load when you need to.
Let's talk.
Will sacrificed his own father. A hard choice, but not one that is unknown in nature. At times, a seedling must strangle the very tree that bore it, if it's to survive.
Alright.
Here goes nothing.
A new day.
Do you think we could swim into the other city? Through the river, I mean.
Alright.
Maybe. I don't know.
Let's, I guess, head.
God's know what else is down there.
It's just a tiny stone bounced off your rump, not a ballistic.
Precisely the action. No discipline, no consequences.
You, the god's damned disease of the gate. Lady Mazora told me everything. How you and the Blade of Frontiers slaughtered his own father. How he craves ultimate power. How he means to make the city bow to him and him alone. First I finish you, then I finish the Duke's traitorous son!
Relevant thread of knowledge pokes at your mind. Explore it! Guidance. Fox's cunning! Gosh darn you, game. Okay, good. Frick.
You remember the stories of Elturel's fall? The city was dragged into the Hells at Zariel's behest, and Ravengard along with it.
Zariel's stunt destroyed countless lives. Mazora is her minion. You can't trust her.
Stand down!
I believe you. The Battle Lord help me. What darkness has fallen upon us? Listen, there's something Will should know. On his way from Elturel, Ravengard sent a messenger with word of the cult. He knew about the Absolute. I thought little of it at first, but he realized the danger before anyone else did. He understood that if the cult was successful in raising an army, Baldur's Gate would be doomed. And he knew that to protect the city, one trained in the ways of the great champions would have to rouse the worm living beneath. If I'm not mistaken, that would be Will.
Do you mean there's a dragon living under the city?
A bronze dragon, to be precise, sleeping beneath us. The worm goes by many names. Ansor, the Waiting Storm, the Heart of the Gate. He made Balduran a binding promise to protect the city when its need was greatest. The city's survived countless threats, but Ravengard knew its walls would fall to the cult. With him gone, and the city near ruin, your call is to unleash the Heart of the Gate. Take this, the Legend of Ansor. The bards call it a tall tale, but every last word is true. Follow its path to the worm, or do not, and let the coast be drowned in blood.
Your faith in us is well founded. We'll seek the worm and ask for his help.
I was right to lay down my arms. Fohammer be praised. I should go, gather allies. We'll join you in your hour of need. Free the worm, and may his thunderous wind drive the Absolute from the coast.
Okay, cool. Let's read it real quick. Great bone in birth, benefit of veneration, his guardian dragon answer, tremendous in worth, the savior below, our eternal elation, the wormway, neareth prison's deepest level, to be found by not a soul nor devil. Enters some Worm's Rock prison, with a lightning shock, a true hero's spark flickers, a torch alight, and Worm's eyes shall awake a glitter. Some of the sparks and torches use lightning skills. Its trials, no common adventure makes seed, and each day sends forth new ones to their fates. But one great hero, by the founder's will decree, shall only once grant our age of Heart of the Gate. Only true hero can pass the trials and awaken. Answer your.
Floric, former advisor to Duke Ravengard, has been found guilty of treacherous and seditious activity against the people of Baldur's Gate. She will be executed 4 days hence.
What is, dear? What is?
Family, gang war rumor between armed smugglers, checking for every city, the legend will come. Did you drawn into a furnace?
You should try and get yourself a proper interview in the Gazette. Tell them the steel watch is
There's something going on here. I don't like it. Careful. I smell an ambush.
Are you sure it's not the flowers you're smelling? You may be alone.
Run! Oh, friend! Hello!
Owner's calling for you. You should probably stop running.
Stop running? But then I won't be running anymore.
Running will feel even better tomorrow if you take a little break for the day.
Stop running to run better. Okay. See you later. Home, 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 home.
An ambush, eh? Let's save. Let's save the Risen Road.
It's only been a month, Wendell. Of course you remember our first date.
But what a perfect month it's been. Right, darling?
Right.
Sounds right there, just one of my Eugene agreed to our coaches. But what? What the heck happened there? Load. Okay, I'm not gonna talk to them. Instead, I'll just move forward a bit. 'Cause that was weird. Plus, with Karlak saying that she felt like there's an ambush coming. Go back a bit, because that was weird.
I still remember our first date in this
Should
park,
mind my step.
There were certainly less fists of us.
It's only been a month, Wendell. Of course you remember our first date. Again, Wendell. 1 month.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, save.
Let's get this over with.
Eat it.
Problem is with the rug. It hides my identity.
It's not exactly inconspicuous, is it? I cannot believe you've come dressed like the villain in a tragicomedy.
Which is good, right?
Oh, jeez.
Come on. What?
goodness. Oh no! No, I refuse. Load. I accidentally killed one drunk patron in the mermaid last time. Let's try not to have anyone die. To the best of our ability.
I just think this park is so beautiful. Don't you, darling?
It's a bit loud, what with all these clanking guards.
I could ask them to keep it down. Anything for you, dear.
Listen,
Not already having a chat, my angel.
I cannot believe you've come dressed like the villain.
What now?
That makes it unexpected, which is good, right?
Makes my head hurt.
All right.
This'll help.
Look, come on.
There's figures hiding in the foliage. Might be a trap.
Dressed in their bathrobe. I refuse.
There is work to do. No harm in a little conversation.
What a day.
Not if I stop talking to you first.
Can't give up now.
There's no time to waste.
Fine!
Still breathing, despite everything.
It hides my identity.
It's not exactly inconspicuous, is it? I cannot believe you've come dressed like the villain in a tragicomedy.
Well, if you can't believe it, it's unexpected, which is good, right?
Keep out of this, Captain. Do not forget who you serve.
Of course, I just thought you might need assistance.
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. The fist has a tadpole, but something's off.
Not I. We. And we do not serve.
Defective. Very well. Another offering to Baal.
Oh, goodness, okay.
Need to learn the hard way.
Nice crit. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, nice.
I won't give in.
To a level 3 heal. Not super great, but you know what? It's better than nothing. Nice, nice. Oh gosh. Gosh darn it, people. Come on. Okay. First things first, go down here. Still fine. I won't be able to heal this fist, but I'll be able to heal everyone else. Okay. Okay, alright.
This'll help.
Never a dull moment.
Nice.
Must be quick. This mind is small.
fragile. Listen now.
Entering her mind is like stepping aboard a sinking ship. The architecture of her consciousness buckles and collapses. Thoughts yield to a flood of overwhelming power. The Elder Brain.
Do not waste time. This mind cannot bear us. It turns to liquid. Listen, just listen. We learn. We grow. Loosen our clumsy bindings. Aid us. Necromancer dead. Changeling and tyrant remain at odds. Kill them. You have a place in my grand design.
The Elderbrain was working her like a damn string puppet. What else is it capable of?
What happened? Why do I taste copper?
Oh, God.
What's up for discussion?
Bloody hells! Who were that lot? And the captain? She's dead!
What's inside?
I have... Did I speak with dead, or do... Yes.
The corpse remains silent.
Murderous cut. So it deals an additional 1 to 4 piercing damage against targets with 50% of their hit points or fewer. Give that to Asterion. Can I talk with?
The corpse has none.
Eh.
Nah, the blood and sex were the masters. If anybody don't get involved. The good ones here know the right ways.
This time to skin, to flay, to make a presence felt. The terror must not wane. These arrogant adventurers make a bloody example of them, tear them to gobbet. I will ensure that the hapless fists stay out of it. If any bystanders suffer unintended maiming or death, well, that's simply more offerings to Almighty Baal.
Who are that lot? Need to report this. Need to get reinforcements.
Moving in.
Look, Mama, look! It sounds so pretty. Breaking news! Hear all about it.
Oi, oi! If it ain't the stars of today's edition! Afraid I can't give you the Gazette for free, but you can have it for a low, low price.
I'll take a copy.
Pleasure doing beeswax with a proper heroical type.
Minor quakes continue to rattle nerves. Oh, that's cool. Adventures, not Steel Watch, our best hope for the city, claims expert. Conflict between Arbelian nobles and cultists of Erdlin dregs on. The Art of the Steel Guild whistleblower speaks out. After the Elturel disasters, how to ward your home against the Infernal. No herbal remedies, we promise. Investigation on Father Lorgan reopened in light of new evidence. Rilgor has no motive, says investigator. Baldur and Taurus, cult too humid and dangerous.
In the mouth these days. Give me a break.
Alright.
Gather round for the show. Sit down if you're in front. Look, Mama, look. It's so pretty.
Not one bloody bit, that's...
I
Just
get it.
3 times. Only have to say it 3 times.
Let's see what this does.
Chase the gelatinous cube.
The Devil's Fee.
The heck?
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be, and shop with glee.
Oh no. Definitely something up with this one. Trust me.
See what you have to offer.
A most excellent decision.
Dies. Okay. Web grenade. That's neat. Huh.
Coin and time.
But wait a minute.
Your esteemedness returns. A most excellent decision.
I do need to sell stuff. But what to sell? There's 2.
Coin and time.
Something over there.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Toasty, isn't it?
Your esteemedness returns!
I wish there's an easier way to find the things like, oh, what's that kind of thing, you know?
What's next, I wonder?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Alright, we're gonna do this.
Come on.
You fell for it.
Seems simple enough.
Coins bring us concourse. Mammon will hardly be saved by a mere puff. Well, no, I'm going to have to start being smarter than this. What I need is not just revenue, but multiple sources of it. If else, to be a gorilla, perhaps it's time to diversify the business, not just curios, but information or even better access. Oh, you're a genius, Helsing.
What was she trying to summon?
Iris. Infernal marble. Mask of soul perception. I do like that. That's nice. Coin of Mammon.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here.
Anything of use?
I feel like I hear something.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here.
We'll leave for now. I won't take the mask, though I'd like to. That seems like a really good mask.
Or is it hard?
Brightened up.
Oh well. Alright.
You're scared. Knock it off! Let's go home! We can play Chase the Gelatinous Cube in the alley!
Oh, I get it. I don't have to if I don't want to. Sir, tell them I'm right.
Hey, look, it's the hero! If you're so brave, you go first! I don't care which necromancer they've killed!
Sir won't let the devil swallow me. They'll pull me out.
I need a quick word.
Can you believe it? They they removed the Baldur's Mouth puzzle section. That was the best bit. Wait, of course you can believe it. They cut it because of your bloody puff piece, arsehole.
I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, is this a friend? Let's talk to him. Let's see if he's learned anything new. It's been a day. Damon!
What can I do for you?
Nice workshop you have here.
I'm shocked by my good fortune, quite honestly. Rent is fair, and the setup is just what I need to start making a living again. Without you, I'd be dead in a ditch twice over. Instead, I have my own smithy in the city. At least, until the Absolute's army mows us down. But hey, anything could happen in the meantime. Optimism, right?
Okay, take a look at your wares.
Of course. Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you.
Just want to see if he has anything new. Oh yeah, he has that heavy armor. He has two things of heavy armor at 20. Still don't have quite that much gold. Yeah, no real. Oh, wait. Boots of Persistence. You gain freedom of movement and long stride, dexterity, saving throw, +1, medium armor. Eh. Neat boots. Besides that, nothing much else. Alright.
Grief is hard. Would Sarah like some flowers? They do a wonder at brightening up a grave. I bring fresh ones to my husband's every few days.
Sorry for your loss.
I'm not. My husband was an arse. But he gave me 3 beautiful kids. So the old goat gets flowers. I get them up by Bloombridge. A druid lives that way, so you know they're extra fresh.
Like to see your flowers.
Of course.
Okay, like I thought. Okay, cool.
Come back, Annie. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here.
L. Brenton, beloved.
Keep a lookout. The Mortark don't take kindly to raising the dead, but I won't be long, I promise.
Or are you raising from the dead?
My big brother, Garrett. He got killed by that murderer guy, but I'm gonna fix him. Now, keep watch. Exorde me, Merkel. Resuscita frater meam. Immorte ad me redigo eo.
The air crackles with power before fizzing out. The child has power but lacks control.
You're close, Merkel. I can feel your shadow. Give my brother back, please.
Hey, I'm not doing too bad. How are you doing? Your brother deserves to rest in peace. Let him.
The Mortark said the same thing. But I miss him. A lot. Fine. I won't try again. For now, at least. It's not fair, Garrett. Why was it you? I want you home, Garrett. Mum won't stop crying. Dad is always at the pub.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow. Right here.
Hookums?
He won't listen to me. I told him it's naughty to play in graveyards.
What is that noise?
Hey, my folks are buried here. I'd love to... They got him, honey. They got the bastard that did this to you.
Death's blessings upon you. I am Mortark's sire, devotee of Kelemvor. How might I be of assistance?
I'm good, thanks.
Fear not death, and he shall welcome you.
They got the bad man, Mum, so we're safe now. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be okay.
Goodness. Oh.
That's curious.
What's curious? What I missed? Oh, this? Metal pipe?
Lily. My sweet girl.
The Mortark is here. Do not stem your cries.
Oh. Well, that's not good. That is like the luckiest person.
I will leave you for now, but I shall not be far. Death's blessings upon you.
I thought I was done for. Lady Luck, bless you.
What the frick were you doing in there? Yeah!
Sightseeing. What do you think? I filched around Baldy and got myself buried for the trouble. Stone Lord, he calls himself. More like stone shite.
I heard of him. He's a new gang boss, right?
The very one. And my idiot self didn't realize till I was finger deep in his pockets. Won't be making that mistake again. Look, I ain't got much in the way of thanks, but the stiff below has some fancy doodads. You're welcome to them.
Thank you. I don't really need it nor want it. Moving on. Is this... Yep. No. He's still over here. Really need to go into the mortuary, right?
I'm sorry for your loss, but it will be a 10-day before I can take your departed. Maybe more. If you notice any odours before then, treat the body with jasmine, honeysuckle, whatever you can get.
I'm looking for a grave. Name of M. Kerwin?
Kerwin? Oh, yeah. He's just outside, under the great willow with the drooping branches. It's good of you to come. He hasn't had any visitors in a long time.
Okay.
Her rights will be said.
I think.
Her body made one with the sword. Try not to focus on harm.
Is that the one that I found, that has, like, stuff buried with them?
This stone on this vandalized tomb reads, "Cry a rain of tears, so flowers may bloom over Iris."
Another save. It says I can just go ahead and lockpick this. I'm gonna. No. Okay, Grace. Money.
Here lies Lord Gregorian Gorion, first High Constable of Baldur's Gate, the city's protector.
That might be worth a look.
In a minute. Three of these, I'll take one. Oh my gosh. The hole. What's through there?
That's curious.
I doubt a bear this size went down without a fight.
Uh-oh.
Chief Houndmaster Paul, who trained our pack to perfection.
Oh ha ha. Heh. I just won't fight.
Wits and blades always sharp.
Take you.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
Alright.
Let's see. Right tool will do the trick.
Tread carefully. Someone doesn't like visitors.
That's curious.
This'll be fun.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Watch how you go. It's a trap.
Stop! For goodness sake. You jerk. You jerk, you jerk, you jerk, you jerk. Roll again. There. God.
No time to dally.
Never a dull moment.
You know what?
Nice little nap.
Short rest.
What's
there.
in here?
Don't burn yourself.
Really? Alright, fine. We'll try each and every one of us then. There we go.
Let's move.
Shield +1, skeleton, mausoleum gold key, legacy of... Yeah, with the weight of all you value at his feet, and he will reveal himself.
Can't slow down.
All roads lead back to the Gorian Mausoleum.
I'll give it a
what
shot.
the heck?
Bet I can crack that open.
Oh yeah, heh. Well, you know.
Ooh, fun.
Darn. My gosh.
Another day, another fight.
A little help, please. What should I do?
The hammer's gonna fall.
Immune to entangle. Great.
Hope your soul is in good hands.
Can't afford to let up. Can't give up.
Still on my feet. The dance macabre. Let's get going. Something good here, I hope.
Take the harpy feathers and the ball
It's been
tank.
a long day. I'll need
Oh! That's just sad. Oh, 42 balls. Aw. That up, we'll give that to Karlak. I also want these arrows.
Time to press ahead. What's hiding here?
Alright. For the time, if you fall while carrying this token, you take no falling damage. The token is magically spent after you land, whereas the disc is not magical. Small faded feather stamped on one side of the surprisingly light coin. Ah, neat. I'll take that. Highlighted from the other chapters of this work by Gorgeous Little Picture and artistic rendition. You read the following: in the time of shadow leads between elves and gods. You can have the crop of ashes. She was a queen with both her eyes and eyes serving birds as dark as her ambition. She was born in the Raven Queen, mistress of life and death. Yeah, I'll take it.
Ah, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Mortark, do you know of another graveyard we could use?
I do, but they struggle. A casket for your daughter there.
This is ridiculous. I just want to bury my little girl in peace.
I understand. I will do what I can.
What's the point in having magic if I can't save you? Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here.
Ancient mausoleum.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Trap. Be cautious.
Come on, let's go.
What to do? Here we go.
Was still a supplicant when I came face to face with him, masked in gold, his skin fine and worn as parchment. Churgle, the Death Keeper, the end of everything. Asked what he needed of me, he asked a simple question. What is the worth of a single mortal's life? I knew not how to respond, and said as such. He seemed nonplussed, neither disappointed nor pleased. I fell to my knees in respect for his awesome power, discarding no reaction. There I stayed, trembling with an emotion I could not name. When I stood again, the final scribe was gone.
With haste.
I guess there's nothing else here that I can notice. Meh. Okay.
Come home, our loved one's grave with a boot.
My goodness, I didn't even do what I wanted to do. I want to somehow get to Cazador's palace. Let's see if I can find another way there.
Oi! You're Baldur's Mouth edition. Nice read.
Oh. Oh, is this it? Oh. This might be it. Nah.
What do you mean? What else is down there?
Magic, innit? He's over that weird feeling.
So you believe,
Those
sneak up.
cultists are lucky they were on the others. In the old days, those troublemakers would never have got so close to civvies.
God's not seen action like that in an age. Hope I don't have to again.
That's curious.
No cause for alarm. Oh, I have to go here, right? Okay.
Now, I personally love the book setting.
What the hell was this
Oh, it's such compelling reading. Nah, the blood and sex were the best bits of any book.
Another one who can't take a bit of hard work.
More absolute scaremongering?
Positive headline. About a group of adventurers, no less.
Adventurers?
Or decapitated.
Decapitated. Hands down. It's quicker. You?
Same.
I can sneak in here. Security shouldn't be too tight. A few charmed innocents, maybe.
This is the palace of Cazador Zar. Entry is forbidden. Leave now, citizen.
The guard's words are clear, but spoken without thought or intent. Behind her eyes, you see nothing. She must be one of the charmed thralls Astarion mentioned.
Alright, I'll go. I think they mentioned that there's like something being fixed, maybe? And that I could get from there. Could I get in there from the Devil's Thief? Jump over? I wonder. I'm trying to think what would be the best way to get there. Kind of spot. Save again before doing this. Wreck it, run.
Swallow.
Guys, this is Cazador's place, right?
Say what words, Nina?
You've been single too long.
Come home, big brother. Please, the flowers, everything. Let them here.
Zen will be back soon. Get ready to buy.
To let Tarona loose in our city.
You speak as if the plague throne is not already here, striding among us.
Oh yeah, I guess I was supposed to go in here. Alright. Let's talk with Mr. real quick. Then I'll call it for today. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't do anything with the Undercity like I named the title, but I'll just rename it, I suppose.
Divine protectors of Baldur's Gate.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Well, go on then. It's rude to keep a goddess waiting.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee.
You're ready for the scale.
Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it.
Of all the things to be nervous about, an audience with a goddess seems reasonable.
You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mystra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go.
Not taking me with you?
The summoning channel Mystra has provided is one only I can enter. No matter how much I prefer not to face her alone.
Don't give anything away. Just find out what she has to say.
You'd make a fine 3-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of 3-dragon ante. I'll let Mystra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
So how'd it go?
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light.
Seem in a good mood. I thought you might be more subdued after coming close to blowing up.
Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, the Elder Brain, Nethery, Moat.
We've seen this before.
Such a wonder survived. We need Sorcerer's Sundry. Their collection of. You'll have to forgive.
That's not what.
How can I help?
This game is buggy. Gilmet with Mr. in the out of plane showed him to the true nature of the orb and that it is the Karsite Weave, half-formed magic created by Karsus when he sought to become the god of magic. She asks that Gale see the crown and then return it to her, in exchange for which she will rid him of the orb. Claim the crown for himself, though, and the Karsite Weave would answer to him. I don't know about that.
Greetings, child of faith. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day?
Holy items available for purchase.
Of course, my child.
News of your good deeds has traveled fast. The merchant is all too happy to extend a certain generosity towards you, where the price of goods is concerned.
Scarm accidentally fell into the communal steam baths during the All Saints morning retreat and candlelit guided meditations. Crusader's Mantle. What does it do? Radiates a holy power that emboldens nearby allies. Their weapon attacks deal an additional 1d4 radiant damage. My gosh. Reviving Hands. When you heal a creature, it gains the effect of Blade Ward. When you revive a creature, it gains the effect of Death Ward. And the Sacred Star. Radiant Strike on hit. Inflicts 1 turn of Radiant Orb upon the target. Undead creatures struck by this weapon are possibly turned. I'm gonna have this plus 2. Tenacity. When you miss an attack, you deal 5 bludgeoning damage anyway. It's a Morning Star. That is a very nice weapon. and could be great for Shadowheart or for Will. It does potentially better than Saloon Spear of Night.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Take it for now. I also want the cloak. And that. Because this might actually be better than this. Because she is more of a healer. She heals a lot of people. But so could Will. So, I don't know. But we will make it so that she holds it all. Thank you. Alright. I'm going to call it here. I'll play more of this some point. Or likely this weekend. We'll see though. Thank y'all for watching. And thanks for chatting, everybody. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Janice. And thank you, Stella, very much for chatting. I appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll probably play something tomorrow. Definitely will be playing more Pokemon Nuzlocke on Wednesday, and we'll see from there. Yeah. Good stuff. A lot of...
protectors of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea. Shield our people from the depredation.
It's too loud here in Baldur's Gate. But yeah. A lot of story bits. A lot of story bits. So I'm glad we did get this through. A lot of stuff with Will. A lot of stuff with Karlach. Some stuff with Astarion. I want to figure out a way here. I remember they told us that there was like another way in. I cannot remember. I might look back and see what they said about that though. But yeah, we still need to do that. I do want to face Cazador. I do still need to check out the Foundry. And I still very much need to go into the Undercity. So yeah, still a lot to do. And we'll get to it another time. So until then, once again, thank y'all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Bye!